So lately I've been obsessed with a show called Homeland that's on Showtime. I'm currently in the fifth season. Now, I've wanted to watch this show for a while, but other things conflicted, so I never did. Until now that we're under quarantine, we have all the time in the world. So, the first three seasons had me hooked. After Brody's death, I didn't know what to expect. The fourth season started off a little slow. Then it picked up, and I was like, my love of the show was reignited, and I was like, okay, I'm so here for it. So I pretty much watched season 5 in a day. And I just wanted to have a conversation because it took me through some phases in my life. And it reminded me of when I watched. I'm about to get emotional. Don't think I'm weird. Sons of Anarchy. Every single time I try to talk about Sons of Anarchy, I begin to cry because Opie's death was like, it was traumatic for me. I know it's not real, but certain characters, like, you just don't get over certain things. And I get mad every time. But let's talk about Homeland. What the hell is going on? Oh my gosh. Okay, so Carrie is like 2 years later. Carrie's in Berlin, working for, not with the CIA anymore. She has a boyfriend, cute guy. Her daughter's with her. She seems to be happy and complacent with life as a mother and a girlfriend. And she works for somebody totally new. It's the Doring Foundation of philanthropy work in Berlin. I felt like really happy for her. But then I felt some type of way because I'm like, well, Quinn wanted to hook up with you and you were like all crazy until you talked to your mother. And your mother kind of confirmed that being bipolar has nothing to do with why she left your father. She just had issues, okay? And she couldn't be faithful. So that's what it was. So once she realized that, her medical condition doesn't really dictate her relationships, I guess she figured she could be with Quinn, and she wanted to give it a try with Quinn, but Quinn went dark doing his Black Ops stuff, whatever. Now we're in Berlin 2 years later. I was trying to figure out where this was going. We find out that there is a threat on Carrie's life. So it starts off with Quinn and Saul. Quinn comes back. She's not the same Quinn. He's angry. Okay, I get it. Probably because Carrie rejected you, but like, you move too fast, dude. You move too fast. If you really have feelings for her, I felt like this is Carrie we're talking about. Go meet her where she's at and get her face and prove to her. You know what I mean? Show her. Sometimes as women, we need you to show us how you're feeling. Don't just tell us, show us. So he's working with Saul. Saul has this box. He's going to put names in the box. Quinn's going to pick up the names and he's got to execute them. Bet. Only Saul's doing this. The next name he gets is Carrie's. I'm thinking, Saul, it's come to this. You're trying to off Carrie. So I'm already cursed and pissed off at Saul. Because I'm thinking, after everything y'all been through, you're mad at Carrie because Carrie didn't vote for you to be whatever it is you was trying to be or whatever position you wanted. So you being petty. Now you want to kill her? Like, yo, what's going on? But Quinn is really hunting for Carrie. So Carrie was on a mission with her boss, protecting him, being security, doing security details. Then people are coming for her boss. Then she finds out it wasn't her boss, they were after her. So now she knows that she's being hunted. Quinn is hunting her. Then she goes off her meds. Yo. Claire Danes. I don't know why I keep saying Underwood. Claire Danes is the GOAT. Okay? She knows how to play this bipolar character to the T. I'm wondering, who did you study? Because, girl, when you go off your meds, I be like, can somebody please? Why are we doing this? She kills me every time. And I just want to hold her and hug her and be like, stop doing that to yourself. Because you mess up everything when you do. And I totally get why she feels like she has to go off her meds, because it's the only way she can think rationally or irrationally, and it helps her. But she goes off her meds to figure out who's after her. It gets ugly between her and her boyfriends. And then she forces him to leave because whoever's after her kidnapped his son, and she knows the person's coming, or the people are coming. She shoots somebody in the woods, but then Quinn gets to her because he wore a vest, knocks her out, cuts his hand, puts blood all over her because she thinks, okay, well, Quinn, you came to save me. He said, no, I'm here to kill you. And then he says, it was Sal. I pick up the name. I don't ask questions. Your name. Sal wants you dead. Then he told her to play dead because he doesn't know what's going on. So then I'm thinking, I went through the emotions of Quinn getting ready to kill Carrie, to him telling her to play dead, to him not being mad anymore because now he's questioning, why would you put Carrie in a box? Carrie's sitting here saying, did you ever see him? Put my name. He said, no, I don't ask questions. And Carrie's like always going the extra mile, trying to figure out what the heck is going on. It doesn't make sense. I know that he's mad at me, but to put my name on a kill list? So they go back to the box to see possibly who put her name in a box, see who picks up the name, because somebody has access to it other than Saul. Saul is over here shacked up with Allison. Allison's someone that he trained and who works for him with the CIA. I'm thinking, what happened to your wife's son? We don't find out later that his wife filed for divorce. Okay, fine. He's in bliss. He's happy. He's getting laid every other day, I guess, when Allison feels like it. So, okay. Carrie goes to Allison for help. Allison really isn't that much of a helper. And Carrie runs into Saul. Saul ain't really here to help Carrie like that. But she told Saul, listen, we went to the box. We were shot at, basically. And Quinn is hurt badly. Somebody's out to kill me. And Saul acted like he didn't give two craps. And I'm thinking, Carrie, every season you put yourself on the line for Saul. You do everything. And to this day, and to this point, you still don't believe this woman. Carrie can tell you the sky is red. You should believe the sky is red. Okay? She's that brilliant. But you want to keep acting like you don't know nothing. I bet. So now Saul realizes that he's being followed. He keeps going back to Allison for support, not realizing Allison is the enemy. So I'm thinking, I knew I ain't like this chick. So apparently Allison was getting some money, and so she was working with the Russians, basically. So I guess you would consider her a Russian spy, but she had to keep her cover. All right, bet. So now that we know that Allison is really no good, Saul acts like he doesn't know that Allison is no good. And what pisses me off is that towards the mid part of the show, Carrie figures it out. But then when she goes to Saul to confront Saul about Allison, Saul still acts like he doesn't want to believe her. All because she put two and two together about her time at a local bar on an island. And I'm like, but why would Carrie make all this stuff up? It doesn't even make any sense why she has to work 10 times as hard to convince you of something where in your heart you should have known something wasn't adding up. Dar, who's right now acting as the head of the CIA and everybody's boss, except for Carrie. Dar was 2 seconds away from throwing Saul on a plane back to the United States and charging him with treason or something. And it's like, okay, no matter what anybody ever says, no matter what Carrie says, everybody wants to think Carrie is crazy because she's bipolar. But she's on her meds. But no matter what she said, every single season, y'all always want to not believe her. But she's always been proven to be right. In season 1, she told you when Brody came back, Brody was a terrorist. Y'all didn't want to believe her, and then look what happened. Y'all made her think she was going crazy. She went and fried her brain because she thought that the bipolar got the best of her, only to find out that she was absolutely correct. Okay, so you know that Brody, then all of a sudden the CIA in Langley got blown up. Everyone thinks it's Brody. At one point, she thought it was Brody. What happened? Okay, Brody said it wasn't him. She finally realized, no, it wasn't him because it didn't make any sense. All right, bet. No matter what Carrie does, y'all never believe Carrie. She told you Allison was a problem. She was a traitor. And y'all sitting here letting Allison walk and do this and do that. I'm like, but if it was Carrie, you would have locked her up. If it's Saul, you would have locked her up. So what is Dar's role? Because he isn't good at his job, and neither is Saul. Okay? So, now there's supposed to be a terrorist plot. Okay? Quinn got himself caught up, and they used this gas stuff on him, and he almost died. All right? Now, they're supposed to take this gas and use it on people at the subway. But Allison, being a traitor she is, she told them it was at the airport. So, Carrie calls Saul and says, I'm at this boy's apartment. I think the plot is happening probably at, the train station. 5 o'clock, 5:15, perfect time, rush hour. He said, no, it's at the airport. Allison said, I'm thinking to myself, how are you all trusting Allison still? But you know what? Go ahead and keep playing Carrie out. Carrie's like, are you sure? He's like, yeah, I'm positive. Carrie didn't trust that because something didn't add up. Okay, the airport, but what do you gain from blowing or using the gas at the airport? So then she follows her lead, and then she ends up saving the day, basically, because poof, bang, she caught the terrorists and stopped them from making that terroristic threat. So when she had a text sent over to Saul to let him know what was going on, that's when he goes after Allison, but Allison already escaped. So now he's got to find Allison. When the whole time Carrie told you all what the situation was and Allison was your problem. But she didn't want to believe that. I bet. So Carrie, keep in mind, saves the day. Now that Carrie saved the day, Saul is on the hunt for Allison. He finds out where Allison is going, and then he has her transport car shot up with her in the trunk, and she's killed. Rightfully so, because there's no way she was going to make it in prison. I mean, once all this came out, it was really much a wrap for her. So, I say all that to say, then Saul comes back to Carrie and basically tells Carrie that he needs her. Yes, you need Carrie because Carrie's always been right. Carrie knows what she's doing, but you all act like you don't believe her no matter what she says or what she does. She feels like she's not good for this life, good for this job. I would say the same thing too if every single time I'm fighting to prove myself and y'all still doubt me. So I have to say, season 1, banging, had me hooked. Season 2, banging, had me hooked. Season 3, y'all done killed off Brody, and I felt some type of way because I wasn't ready for him to die. I kind of wanted him to be redeemed, but I could see how killing him, ended that whole situation. Season 4, y'all started a little slow. I didn't know where it was going. You killed the boy. Then it picked up. I said, oh, shit. And then season 5, y'all wasted no time. You threw Carrie in the mix. Y'all tried to take Carrie out. I didn't know what was coming, what was going. I was like, what the heck is going on? So I'm ready for season 6, but I'm going to take a break because I spent like a long time watching this. I took up a lot of time watching this. And if you're looking for a good show to watch, then you need to watch Homeland, season 5.